needed me, at least that's what you said, and I believed your every word. I guess that's all I ever heard. You needed me, you needed me.
Welcome to Thematic Nostalgia, and this is show number 72. I am your host. My name is Phil. You know, when 1960 began, I was only 11 years old. And at the end of that decade, 21. Well, everybody who's of a certain age knows those are very important years. You're going from childhood into puberty, into high school. Towards the end of that time, you're going into either college or you're going to work or possibly marriage. So those are very important, crucial years in anybody's life. But for the country, for the United States and other countries throughout the world, this was a tumultuous time. You had the Vietnam War raging. You also had civil rights unrest throughout that decade. Assassinations. You had John Kennedy, other civil rights leaders, especially Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy. So needless to say, a lot of that reflects in the music. And the songs in this podcast are mostly from the era of the 60s, from 1965 especially through 1970. 10 of the 12 songs are from those years. And we'll have 2 others from an earlier time, but all the songs in this show share a certain something that we will tell you what that is after 5 songs. It's nothing about the chart position. It's nothing about who's singing the song, what group. It's nothing about record labels. To solve this mystery, you really have to listen closely. It's all in the music. It's all in the instrumentation. So with that said, let's continue. And by the way, usually we don't allow cheaty web searches. I really don't think that'll even help you in this particular show. But let's see how you do. This first song from 1965 was one of my favorites, and by one of my favorite groups, the Yardbirds. This first song hit number 1 in the United Kingdom and was also a top 10 hit here in the United States, spending 3 months in the Hot 100 beginning May 15th. And this was the first hit in the United States for the Yardbirds. Now, the Yardbirds did not have a lot of hits in the United States, only 9. But they were a very influential group in the 1960s and an easy pick for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which they entered in 1992. The song almost did not get made. Songwriter 19-year-old Graham Goldman for the Mockingbirds wrote this for his own group and presented a demo to Columbia Records. But Columbia Records passed on that demo. However, it was picked up by the Yardbirds, and the rest is history. The song, For Your Love.
For your love, for your love, for your love, I'd give you everything and more, and that's for sure. For your love, I'd bring you diamond rings and things right to your door. For your love, to thrill you with delight, I'd give you diamonds bright. There'll be days that will excite and make you dream of me at night. For your give the moon if it were mine to give. I'd give the stars and the sun for I live. To thrill you with delight, I'd give you diamonds bright. There'll be days that will excite, make you dream of me at night.
This next song is a traditional folk song going back to medieval England. Bards would sing this tune going from town to town. Scarborough is a small town on the coast of England, and Scarborough Fair was a medieval gathering for traders and for entertainers from all over the country. Now, the author of this song is unknown, and there are many versions, variations, and lyrics to the song. You can hear a 1957 version from Ewan McCall, McColl, and Peggy Seeger on YouTube if you wish to hear that version. But we're going to play the popular version of Scarborough Fair / Canticle by Simon and Garfunkel, and they are credited with the lyrics on this version. Now, in 1969, the soundtrack of the movie The Graduate was awarded a Grammy Award for the best soundtrack from a movie or a television special, and that was by Paul Simon and Dave Grusin. But we're going to play the song, the single. It was a hit in 1968, Scarborough Fair, Canticles.
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. Tell her to make me a cambric shirt, a deep forest green, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme, of sparrow and snow-crested cloud, without no seam nor needs and echoes, the child of romance. She'll be a true love of sleeps unaware of a cloudy and calm. Tell her to find me a acre of land, a sprinkling of leaves, parsley, sage, rosemary, and touches the bright side between the salt water and salty strands, and polishes a fan. She'll be a true love of mine. Tell her to reap it in a sickle, billows blazing in scarlet battalion, parsley, sage, rosemary, and geraniums, born of the soldiers to kill, and gather it all at the bunch of peddlers they long ago forgotten. She'll be a true love of mine. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
This third song was not a big hit in the United States by the Rolling Stones. It barely made the Hot 100, lasting only 1 week on the chart. However, the flip side, The Last Time, reached number 9 in the United States in 1965. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards are the only two members of the Rolling Stones to play on this song. The other members of the group, they went to sleep. They were tired after a very long session, and producer Phil Spector sat in on bass. Also, the janitor at the studio sang backup because they were desperate for another voice, and as I said, everyone else was asleep. Now, the song was featured in the 2007 movie entitled The Darjeeling, and it was a rare instance where a song was played in its entirety in a movie. So this is the song. It's called Play with Fire.
Well, you've got your diamonds and you've got your pretty clothes, and the chauffeur drives your car. You let everybody know, but don't play with me, 'cause you're playing with fire. Your mother, she's an heiress, owns a block in St. John's Wood, and your father'd be there with her if he only could. But don't play with me, 'cause you're playing with fire. Old man took her diamonds and tiaras by the score. Now she gets her kicks in Stepney, not in Knightsbridge anymore. So don't play with me, 'cause you're playing with fire. Now you've got some diamonds, we'll have some others, but you better watch your step, girl, or start living with your mother. So don't play with me, 'cause you're playing with fire. So don't play with me, 'cause you're playing with fire.
So have you honed in on the theme yet? Maybe this one will help. Pink Floyd are widely considered to be one of the most innovative rock bands in British music history. They're considered the first psychedelic rock group in Britain, and they had a total of 6 UK #1 albums in addition to a 1979 #1 single entitled Another Brick in the Wall. The group's 1973 album, entitled The Dark Side of the Moon, is considered one of the greatest rock albums of all time. Now, the group disbanded in 2014 before reuniting in 2022 with founding members Dave Gilmour and Nick Mason, who were joined by Guy Pratt and Nitin Sorki. Now, this next song was not really a big hit in the United States. It only managed to bubble under the Hot 100, but it was a top 10 hit in the United Kingdom, beginning June 28, 1967, for a total of 3 months. Who out there can remember this one? It's called See Emily Play.
misunderstands. She's often inclined to borrow somebody's dreams till tomorrow. There is no other day. Let's try it another way. You'll lose your mind and play free games for play. See Emily play. Soon after dark, Emily cries, gazing through trees in sorrow, hardly a sound till tomorrow. There is no other day. Let's try it another way. You'll lose your mind and play free games for play. See Emily play. Put on a gown that touches the ground. Float on the river forever and ever, Emily. There is no other day. Let's try it another way. You'll lose your mind and play free games for play. See Emily play.
This will be the last song we play before the theme is revealed. It came out a few months after I graduated high school in 1966. It's by Nancy Sinatra, who was the daughter of Frank Sinatra. This song was released in between her two #1 hits, the first being These Boots Are Made for Walking in early 1966, and the other, from March 1967, was a duet with her father, Something Stupid. It was written by her sometime singing partner, Lee Hazelwood, who is also a country songwriter, a singer, and a businessman, and they worked together quite extensively. Now, this song was part of a two-sided hit. The other side was called Summer Wine, and that was a duet with Lee Hazelwood. They both charted, but this is the higher of the two. Now listen very carefully to the music, not so much the words, if you have not yet gotten this theme. That's the thing that's going to help you figure it out. But this will be Nancy Sinatra singing Sugartown.
I got some troubles, but they won't last. I'm gonna lay right down here in the grass, and pretty soon all my troubles will pass. 'Cause I'm in Sugartown. I never had a dog that liked me some, never had a friend or wanted one. So I just lay back and laugh at the sun. 'Cause I'm in Sugartown. Yesterday it rained in Tennessee. I heard it also rained in Tallahassee. But not a drop fell on little old me, 'cause I was in Sugar Town. If I had $1 million or 10, I'd give it to your world, and then you'd go away and let me spend my life in Sugar Town. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
A harpsichord is a musical instrument played by means of a keyboard. This activates a row of levers that turn a trigger mechanism that plucks one or more strings with a small plectrum, or a small flat tool used for plucking, that can be made of quill or plastic. The strings are under tension on a soundboard which is mounted in a wooden case. The soundboard amplifies the vibrations from the strings so the listeners can hear it. Like a pipe organ, a harpsichord may have more than one keyboard manual, and even a pedal board. Harpsichords may also have stop buttons which add or remove additional octaves, and there are various adaptations made to alter the sound of some harpsichords. You were much more likely to have heard the harpsichord in the 16 or 1700s. That's because the piano had basically replaced it. But as these particular pop songs show, it came back into favor. In fact, we're going to play one from 1940 that was among the very first harpsichord pieces used in popular music. So let's continue. Brian Auger is an English jazz, rock, and rock music keyboardist who specializes in the Hammond organ. He has worked with Rod Stewart, Tony Williams, Jimi Hendrix, Eric Burdon, and many others. He has incorporated jazz, early British pop, R&B, soul music, and rock into his sound. And he has been nominated for a Grammy Award. And as of the date of this show, he is still an active musician. In 1965, Brian Auger played harpsichord on For Your Love by the Yardbirds as a session musician. Scarborough Fair, Canticle, appeared on the Graduate soundtrack, as mentioned. It was also the first track on Simon and Garfunkel's 1966 LP entitled Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. Playing harpsichord on that track was John Messer, a 1967 Eastman School of Music graduate located in Rochester, New York. He was an accomplished harpsichordist and played all keyboard instruments with many orchestras and celebrated conductors. We mentioned earlier that Phil Spector played bass on Play With Fire since most members of the Rolling Stones were sleeping after a long recording session, but we neglected to mention that Jack Nietzsche played the harpsichord on that track. Jack Nietzsche was a prolific producer who also scored many movies, including The Exorcist and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He died in 2000 at the age of 63. The harpsichord, played in See Emily Play, would not have been available to Johann Sebastian Bach. It was played by co-founder and keyboard player of Pink Floyd, Richard Wright. On this track, you can hear Richard Wright play the organ, piano, tack piano, and the Baldwin electric harpsichord. All that in addition to backup vocals. And you just heard Sugartown. Playing harpsichord on this track was 86-year-old Don Randy. Of course, he was much younger in 1966. He is an American keyboard player, band leader, and songwriter who was a member of the Wrecking Crew. He played keyboard on many records, backing up a who's who of rock and roll performers during the 60s and 70s. It's Don Randy's harpsichord you hear on Different Drums by the Stone Ponies featuring Linda Ronstadt. His harpsichord steals the show on that one, but unfortunately, we were blocked from playing it here. When I Grow Up to Be a Man, a Beach Boys song, was written by Brian Wilson with the lyrics by Brian Wilson and Mike Love. The song reached number 9 on the Hot 100 in 1964. Brian Wilson explained in a 2011 interview, "When I Grow Up to Be a Man was inspired by what it was going to be like to grow up. Will I like the things then as I do now? I wrote that in my early 20s, and as I look back on that, I am happy with my life now, and I didn't think I would be." And Brian Wilson was very active on this track. You can hear him playing the acoustic upright piano, the Baldwin electric harpsichord, performing lead vocals, falsetto harmony, and background vocals. Critic Richard Meltzer cited When I Grow Up to Be a Man as the moment when the Beach Boys abruptly ceased to be boys.
When I grow up to be a man, will I dig the same things that turned me on as a kid? Will I look back and say that I wish I hadn't done what I did? Will I join the rest and talk around and still take those sides, still take that side? Will I grow up to be a man? Will I look for the same things in a woman that I dig in a girl? 15. Will I settle down fast or will I first want to travel the world? 16. Something young and free, and how will it be? How will it be? Will I grow up to be a Will my kids be proud or think their old man's really a square? 18, 19, when they're out having fun, yeah, will I still wanna have my share? 20, will I love my love, I love my love, the rest of my life, the rest of my life? Will I grow up to be a man? What will I be? Will I grow up to be a man? 22, 24, won't last forever. 24, 25, 26, 27, won't last forever.
We have two number 1 hits up next that feature two fantastic harpsichordists. First is Larry Netzel, an American keyboard player and bassist who was a member of the Wrecking Crew, a collection of Los Angeles-based session musicians who worked with such renowned artists as Simon and Garfunkel, Duane Eddy, the Beach Boys, the Mamas and the Papas, the Monkees, the Partridge Family, Billy Joel, the Doors, the Byrds, Jerry Garcia, and Elvis Presley, to name a few. He was also a member of the 1970s band Bread. Listen for Larry Netzel's harpsichord on this next song written by Tony Romeo. It's a very unusual song with a vocal introduction. Ba 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 ba. Now that made it challenging for disc jockeys to talk over the song. The harpsichord sound and the cathartic chorus helped the song endure long after the TV show that introduced it. It's called I Think I Love You by the Partridge Family, and that will be followed by the harpsichord of John Cameron, which you can hear on Donovan's Sunshine Superman from 1966. John Cameron is a British composer, arranger, conductor, and musician. He is well known for his many films, TV, and stage credits, and for his contributions to pop recordings, notably those of Donovan, Cilla Black, and a group known as Hot Chocolate. Cameron's instrumental version of Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love became a hit for his group CCS, and for many years a version of Cameron's arrangement was used as the theme music for the BBC television show Top of the Pops. John Cameron played a two-tier Morley harpsichord on this record. After the success of Sunshine Superman, John Cameron would arrange and play on many tracks for Donovan.
I'm sleeping and right in the middle of a good dream. Like all at once I wake up from something that keeps knocking at my brain. Before I go insane, I hold my pillow to my head and spring up in my bed, screaming out the words I dread. I think I love you. This morning I woke up with this feeling I didn't know how to deal with, and so I just decided to myself I'd hide it to myself and never talk about it, and did not go and shout it when you walked into the room. I think I love you. I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of a love there is no cure for. I think I love you. Isn't that what life is made of? Though it worries me to say that I never felt this way. I don't know what I'm up against. I don't know what it's all about. I got so much to think about. Hey, I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of a love there is no cure for. I think I love you. Isn't that what life is made of? Though it worries me to say I never felt this way. Believe me, you really don't have to worry. I only want to make you happy. And if you say, hey, go away, I will. But I think better still, I'd better stay around and love you. Do you think I have the case? Let me ask you to your face. Do you think you love me? I think I love you. 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 I think I love you.
softly through my window today. Could have tripped out easy, but I've changed my way. It'll take time, I know it, but in a while you're gonna be mine, I know it. We'll do it in style, 'cause I've made my mind up, you're going to be mine. I'll tell you right now, ain't a trick in a book, and a baby, all that I can find. Everybody's hustling just to have a little scene. When I say we'll be cool, I think that you know what I mean. We stood on a beach at sunset. Do you remember when? I know a beach where, baby, it never ends. When you've made your mind up forever to be mine, I'll pick up your hand and slowly blow your little mind. 'Cause I've made my mind up, you're going to be mine. I'll tell you right now, ain't a trick in a book, and now, baby, all that I can find. Superman or Green Lantern ain't got nothing on me. I can make like a turtle and dive for your pearls in the sea. Yep, I give you, you can just sit there while thinking on your velvet throne. Battle the rainbow so you can have for your own. When you've made your mind up forever to be mine, I'll pick up your hand and slowly blow your little mind. When you've made your mind up forever to be mine, I'll pick up your hand, I'll pick up your hand.
I Promise You is a song featuring the harpsichord in the early annals of popular music. In the 1940s, Johnny Guarnieri played harpsichord in the Gramercy Five, a small band led by jazz innovator Artie Shaw. Johnny Guarnieri's solos were the first examples of jazz recorded on this instrument. From 1941, this is Smoke It's in Your Eyes, a show tune written by American composer Jerome Kern and lyricist Otto Harbach from the 1933 musical Roberta. I think you will be able to discern the distinctive sound of Johnny Guarnieri's harpsichord. Artie Shaw's clarinet will be the first instrument you hear, and that will be followed by Stan Freeman, who studied classical piano in college and earned a Bachelor of Music degree from the University of Hartford. After serving in World War II, he joined Tex Beneke's big band, eventually leaving to perform as a pianist and later a comic in nightclubs. But here he is playing the harpsichord on Percy Faith's Delicato, a #1 hit from 1952. We will be closing Thematic Nostalgia, show number 72, with two classic rock groups from 1969 and 1970. First, we will be playing Shaman's Blues from the Doors LP Soft Parade. That album peaked at number 6 on Billboard's Top 200 Albums chart in August 1969. Playing the harpsichord on this track is Ray Manzarek, best known as a member of the rock band The Doors, co-founding the group in 1965 with fellow UCLA film school student Jim Morrison. Ray Manzarek was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1993 as a member of The Doors. USA Today described him as one of the best keyboardists ever. And we conclude with Our House by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. This song was written by British singer-songwriter Graham Nash and reached number 30 on the Hot 100. The song is an ode to counterculture domestic bliss. On this track, you will hear Graham Nash singing lead vocals, playing the piano, and of course, he shows off his skill on the harpsichord. I hope you enjoy the songs from my era and possibly learned a little something about the harpsichord in jazz and rock music. I was your host, Phil. And hit that subscribe button to catch up on some older shows and be alerted to some new ones.
There will never be another one like you. There will never be another one who can do the things you do. Oh, will you give another chance? Will you try a little try? Please stop and you remember we were together anyway. Alright. And if you have a certain evening you can lend to me, I'll give it all right back to you, how it has to be with you. I know your moves and your mind 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 and your mind. You stop and think and wonder just what you'll see out on the train yard, nursing penitentiary. It's gone. I cry out long. Play it, brother. Did you stop to consider how it will feel? Cold grinding grizzly bear jaws hot on your heels. Do you often stop and whisper in Saturday Shore? The whole world's a savior. Who could ever ask for more? Do you remember? Will you stop? Will you stop the pain.
And there will never be another one like you. There will never be another one who can do the things you do. Oh, will you give another chance? Will you try, little try? Please stop and you remember we were together anyway. Alright. How you must have think and wonder how I must feel out on the meadows while you roam the field. I'm alone for you, and I cry. Sweat, look at it. Optical promise. You'll be dead and in hell before I'm born. Sure thing. Bridesmaid. The only solution. Isn't it amazing?
I'll light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. Staring at the fire for hours and hours while I listen to you play your love songs all night long. For me, only for me. Come to me now and rest your head for just 5 minutes. Everything is done. Such a cozy room. The windows are illuminated by the evening sunshine through them. Fiery gems for you, only for you. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. And la 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 Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. And I'll light the fire while you place the flowers in the vase that you bought today.